Hello, my name is Dylan from Bars on Site, and we are going to make a mojito. So, what we need to make a mojito is some rum. We need some lime, we need some fresh mint, sugar, soda water, and we are going to use crushed ice. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is on this side, I'm gonna make the mojito in a professional way, how we will make it in a cocktail bar. On this side, I'm gonna show you a lot of alternative ways to make a great mojito as well with things that you have at home. First, we're gonna start off with making sugar syrup. This is something that you wanna do prior to starting with making the cocktail. What we're gonna do is first we're gonna add some sugar in a glass and we're gonna add the equal amount of water. We're gonna add the water to the sugar and then we are going to mix it through so that the sugar can dissolve. The reason why you want to do this prior to making the cocktail is that you want to make sure that the sugar syrup has cooled off. What I've done is I already made this prior, so I'm just going to change it, and then we're going to get started with the mojito. First thing we need is some lime. I'm going to grab some lime over here, and I'm going to cut it through the middle. So I have two halves, and I'm going to use half of a lime per cocktail. I'm making two drinks, here one and here one as well. So I'm first going to start off here. I'm going to cut it through the middle. Then I'm going to cut it through the side to get 4 equal wedges. So I'm going to cut it through the middle on the side to get wedges. Right, and I'm going to grab my glass. I'm going to put it on my tray. And here I'm just going to throw all the lime in there. And then I'm going to add some sugar syrup. So I'm going to grab my sugar syrup. Here I have my jigger. It has the measurements in there. And I'm going to use 20 mils of sugar syrup, equal parts. 1 part of sugar on 1 part of water. And then I'm going to muddle it. So I'm going to grab my muddler. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really muddle it. So I'm going to get the juice from the limes, and I'm also going to get the oils from the peel, which contains all the flavor. So when that's done, now I'm going to go to the other side, and here I'm going to do it a little bit differently because I don't have a muddler, but I'm going to use my spoon. So I'm going to grab my lime, I'm going to squeeze it, and I'm going to drop it. So squeeze and drop it in there. I'll do that 4 times. And then I'm gonna grab my sugar syrup. Here on this side I use my jigger. If you don't have a jigger at home, then that's perfectly fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a measure, and 1 gram is 1 milliliter approximately. So here I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna use 20. Perfect. And then I'm gonna throw it over my lime. Then I'm gonna grab my spoon and I'm actually gonna push it down to make sure that I also get the oils from the peel. That way I'm gonna mix it through a little bit and really push it. Alright, so that's that. So I've got my sweet and sour balance. So the lime and the sugar together gives a nice balance. Then I'm gonna grab my mint. So I'm gonna grab it, depending a little bit how big the leaves are, but 8 to 10. And here I have a nice top, and I'm gonna keep that on the side because I'm gonna use that to garnish the glass with. I'm gonna hold it in my hand. Then I'm gonna slap on it to get the oils out, and I'm gonna put it in the glass. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Also, depending how big they are, approximately 8 to 10 mint leaves. I'm gonna take them. This, I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna garnish with it. I'm gonna hold it in my hands, slap it, then the oils come and they are gonna give that nice oil flavor or the mint flavor to the cocktail. Then what I'm gonna do is I have the base in there plus the mint. Then I'm gonna add some crushed ice. Here I have some crushed ice already. A lot of times you can get some crushed ice at a supermarket. If you don't have crushed ice but regular ice, pepper ice, put it in a towel, put it on the thing, use your muddler or otherwise the bottom of a pan to bash it, and then you have crushed ice. Alright, so I'm gonna add some crushed ice here as well. Alright, then it's time to get my rum. So what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use 50 milliliters, and here I have my jigger, and I'm gonna pour 50 milliliters of rum in there. On the other hand, you're just gonna use the bottle. You don't have a pour spot. You're just gonna weigh it 50 mils. Perfect. And from here, I'm just gonna pour it in the glass. All right, so now I have all the ingredients there. So I wanna actually mix it all through before I top it off with my soda water. So what I'm gonna do, what's very important, is that I really come from the bottom to the top, because I really wanna mix it all through. So that's that. Here, I'm just gonna use my regular spoon, absolutely fine, or a sorbet spoon if you have that, if you prefer that. Also really come from the bottom to the top. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab a little bit of more crushed ice, because I always like to have a little top of crushed ice on the glass. It just makes it look nice. We always want to serve cocktails with a lot of ice, so that the ice keeps each other cold, and then it just looks good. And then I'm gonna pour 30 mils to top it off with. That's that. And I'm gonna do the same thing, 30 mils. Some people also top it off. That's also fine, but just make sure that you don't pour too much, because if you pour too much of the soda water, the drink becomes very watery and it's not in balance. Then I grab a straw. I'm gonna put the straw in there. Straw in this one as well. Grab my mint up. I'm just gonna press it along my hand a little bit to get the oils there, and then I'm serving it next to the straw. So as soon as you taste it, your nose goes really into the mint, and you get this nice mint flavor. And afterwards, the mojito. There it is, the mojito. Enjoy.